Thank you very much. That'll teach me for going on holiday and not reading the brief properly. I had 30 slides for you and an hour's presentation, so I've got a cowbell and 5 minutes. So I'll do my best. All right, Rocket Fuel, who are we? I want to tell you three things. I want to tell you who we are and why we'd like to be considered for this award. Rocket Fuel was founded 4 years ago. We spent a year in development and then have spent the last 3 years building the business. It's only really this last year where we've gone through the explosive growth. We've grown our company to 145 people. We were about half of that last year. And we've now got 11 offices in the US and now in Europe and in Asia. And we've set up data centers so we can serve the media that we aim to do as well as we can on a local basis. So here are the three reasons why we'd like to be considered for this award. First of all, the people. In our space, there's a huge development going on in the space of data, analytics, and buying. And the team really count. The CEO of our business was a rocket scientist at NASA. He spent 2 years developing a rover for the Mars mission, which has yet to happen. And in 2003, he jumped to work for Yahoo, that I was working for at the time, to set up a new business within what was then the largest network in the world, to create a behavioral targeting business. And his name was George John, and him and a chap called Richard Frankel, who had been at NetGravity and DoubleClick, the two big ad-serving businesses, were set about the task of building a behavioral targeting business within Yahoo. Over a period of 5 years, they developed a business which netted about $290 million extra to the content and CPM business that Yahoo were already doing. In 2008, they jumped outside of Yahoo and built an agnostic platform, and they recruited a group of scientists and analytics people from NASA and from Facebook and from a number of names you see there. Our aim has been to get really high-caliber, PhD-level performers. And I have to admit, a bit of a cheeky slide, but I looked at LinkedIn and compared ourselves to some of the the competitors in our space. And currently, we see around 4 times more PhDs in our engineering department. And it is essentially what makes our business. So I thought I'd just show that as a stat. So the people make our business. So the second thing is performance. And that's a key criteria for us, obviously. In our industry, there is so much data. No one would argue there is reams and reams of data out there. And it's now not becoming what data you can get hold of, but how you use that to inform your decisions. And the way that Rocket Fuel approach that is to create an artificial intelligence or a machine-based buying mechanism which makes the decisions on a vast scale. So what we've done is we've introduced an artificial intelligence into the buying process. Now, here's a way of showing why I think that's important. If you look at a series of attributions for a current buying decision which is made in the network space, just taking, for example, age, gender, the time of day, the contextual environment, you actually have a series of criteria which adds up to just shy of 150,000 segments to make a decision on when you make a purchase in a network. Then, if you compare what that would look like, if you actually took each of those segments and comparatively chose which elements go best together, you're looking at a ridiculous number of choices. Those choices can only really be made by machines. You then take those decisions and look at the number of other vehicles that need to be added to a decent media campaign, which takes in digital media campaign, mobile, display, social, and video, and you really have a significant set of choices. And we would argue vehemently that machines are the only real way you can do that. Our customers seem to think we're doing it okay. We've got a renewal rate at the moment of 90% of customers and an increase in spend on a quarter-by-quarter of about 186%. So we seem to be doing it right. So that's my pitch for why I think performance is important. And finally, insight. The business that we're in is all about buying vast numbers of audiences and finding out why and how they engage with us. The tools now available in this space allow us to, and the vastness of the audience allows us to target people of a certain type at the same time as seeing a group of people who haven't been exposed to the ad and comparing and contrasting what the engagement was like. And it gives you great insight into the content, the psychographics, the income, and the ad types that work best for them. So the amount of data that we're able to generate out of a relatively small campaign compared to more traditional media is incredible. So they're my three arguments for why I believe that we'd like to be put forward for this award. We have an incredible team. We aim to do and outperform our competitors, and we provide what we hope is a terrific insight for the advertisers and the agencies who work with us. And don't take my word for it. The head of Razorfish recently said this. So thank you very much for your time.